it seem like they're not trusting him.
Yes, sir.
He's a trustworthy God. He's a God that can fix everything. Whatever your problem is, whatever my problem is, he can fix it. You have to call on him. Huh? I heard Nahum 1:7 say he's a stronghold in the day of trouble.
Yes, sir.
So whenever trouble show up, he is a stronghold. Not you. Amen. Amen. I can preach all I want, but I'm not a stronghold. But the Lord is. He is the keeper of our soul. He's the keeper of our body. Amen. He made this body and he do what he wants with it. Amen. A lot of times people be wondering why me, but I'm going to tell you something. God do what he wanted with you because he is God. Amen. And you belong to him. Amen. And when he sees fit, that's what he do. Amen. A lot of folks been sick in their body a long time. They wonder, why me? Amen. But there's a God in heaven. Talk to him. Ask God, say, why me? Amen. Why are you doing this to me? But you know what? I heard Paul say on one occasion. Paul said, look, I got this thorn in my side, Lord, and I appreciate if you move it. It could not have been a physical thorn. Yes, sir. It could have been a spiritual thorn. Come on here. See, it could have been the problems he had in the world. Every time he goes somewhere to preach, folks wanted to hurt him. Come on. All the Jews would show up when he showed up to preach, trying to get folks saved, but the Jews would show up. Yes, sir. The Judeans would run him out of town and everything. Yes, sir. And Paul said, Lord, I got a thorn in my side. Come on, Pastor. The theologians been hollering for years and years. Yes, sir. Wondering what in the world that thorn was. Come on here. Whether the physical thorn or whether the spiritual thorn. Yes, sir. But guess what? After Paul had been on the road a long time, what Paul did was looked at his life. Yes, sir. He looked back. He said, you know what? If God had not put that thorn in my side, I would have got beside myself. Yeah. You see, I'm going to tell you something. A lot of folks will get beside themselves. If God would put something on you. A lot of times God put things on you to hold you down. To keep you safe. Sometimes folks look at, they're limping. They've been limping all their life. If you haven't been limping all your life, you might have been out there dancing. You might have been like Michael Jackson. Out there jumping up and down and lose your salvation. You know, a lot of times God do things like that to get us saved. Do things like that to what? To bring us into the house of the Lord. A lot of times God has something for you to do, and you won't do it, and he puts some weight on you. And after that weight get on you, then you start to see. Paul thought he couldn't do what he could do with that problem he had. But he found out later on, he was a man that walked upright, spoke 14 different languages, etc. He was a man that could go all over the continent and talk to most anybody. Otherwise, he found out that he could go and preach to folks. He found out that he can lay hands on folks. Folks would be healed. He found out that when the snake bit him, he shook it off. Yes, sir. He found out, said, hey, look, if I wouldn't have had this problem, if God hadn't put this pressure on me, I'd have got beside myself. Yes, sir. You know, a lot of times folks get beside themselves. They say, let me just get there and lay my hand. Yes, sir. Come on. They don't know whether God's going to allow them to get there or not. A lot of times they get there and lay their hand and it still ain't doing no good. Yes, sir. I can sit on this side of town and pray and it'll do just as good. Yes, sir. If I can't get there, I know a man named Jesus. That can show up. Because the work is not done by me nowhere. Yes, it's done by the Lord. Yes, sir. He is the one that's doing the work. Yes, sir. All we have to do is have the faith that he's going to do the work. Yeah. Amen. Amen. This great commission, amen. God says you need to be a messenger. You need to go around and tell people about me. You need to go around and tell folks that you need to come to Christ. You need to tell somebody, say you done tried cigarette, you done tried cigar, you done tried pipe, you done tried dipping snuff, you done tried MB 2020 or whatever they call it. You done tried Old Crow, you done tried Kentucky Powder, you done tried everything, Seagull Kid. That you need to tell them you tried all this. Yes, sir. What are you trying to go? cocaine and everything. He said, well, what's wrong with them? They're trying to solve the problem, but the problem solver is waiting on them. See, if this yours and I the problem solver solve their problem. You see, a lot of times we want the doctor to solve our problem, but the doctor can't solve your problem. I want y'all to understand that they tried. Medical science can do only so much, but it can't do all things. But I know a man named Jesus. He can do all things. See, there's nothing impossible. I heard Jesus say that. There's nothing impossible for God. He can do everything but fail. But I also looked at it and said that prayers are answered by the will of God. Not by our will, because I'm going to tell you something. If prayer was answered by our will, all of us would have a whole lot of money. We would have bank accounts after bank accounts. We would be driving Bentleys and Mercedes and we'd be driving everything in the world. We'd be wearing Hickey Freeman suits and all this kind of stuff. You understand? We'd have all kind of dresses, what from Neiman Marcus and everywhere else. We'd have $500–600 pair of shoes on and all. If God would have answered all our prayers, we'd have everything in the way. Ain't nobody in here wouldn't want to be rich. That's what I'm saying. Who wouldn't want to drive a Rolls Royce? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. You know, every time you talk to anybody, ain't nobody going to turn down being rich. But if God would answer all our prayers, all of us would be too rich to pray. Nobody would have to trust God because you'd have too much. That's why Jesus said about that rich man, it's hard for a rich man to go to heaven. As if for a camel to go through a needle line. Why is that, Jesus? Well, because a rich man don't have nothing to bow down for. There's no wants, there's no needs. And everybody in here got needs. Everybody in here got issues too. You got issues, you got needs. You also got some wants. You understand? So what? A rich man, a lot of times, you don't have to worry about all that. They send them. You know, that's why the centurion told Jesus, say, don't come to my house, because I'm a man of authority. I send folks. I can tell folks, you go on the battlefield and die. You go here, you go there, you bring me this. I'm a man of authority. That's why he told Jesus that. Because he knows it was rough for a person in authority or a rich person to be able to go to heaven because they don't trust the Lord. Because they're used to doing everything on their own. You see what I'm saying? They buy a plane, they go where they want to go. We who are sitting here, it's hard to get a plane ticket. Come on. Oh, I missed y'all.